Here's Larry Pratt. Larry Pratt. He's the executive director emeritus of the Gun Owners of America. Talking to Carol Costello, saying that the problem with people owning guns and carrying them into bars, conceding it's a problem. And this is the interesting way that he would resolve this problem.
And in Orlando, just to a minor quibble here, but there was an armed guard inside that bar the night that terrorists opened fire, so that wasn't a gun-free zone.
Sure there was. No, yes, it was, because he was the only one. State law prohibited anybody else from having a gun, and so they were all unarmed. Once the dirtbag shot his way past the guard, it was open season on helpless victims, and that's the problem with gun-free zones. They are safety only in the minds of those politicians who think it's a good idea, but they don't work, and they have failed for decades.
Pause it.
Well, it was a gun.
Wait, so it's a gun-free zone even though the guy shot past the guy with the gun. So it's a sort of mostly gun-free zone.
Gun-free zone means that not everyone is armed with assault rifles.
I mean, I guess.
He's expanding
or
the
you
boundaries
can't bring a
of
gun
gun-free
into
zone.
the bar, I guess, is the argument.
That would probably be the argument.
Well, the person that was armed was a security guard, and so he, for instance, on campuses where you are not in Texas, where you're now allowed to carry, anyone can carry, but in a normal campus, security guards are armed.
So gun-free doesn't mean literally gun-free. It means where everybody there isn't armed, or
they're not allowed to be.
Right.
A security guard would be. Depending on the rules of the club.
So it's not literally gun-free. There's guns there, but not enough guns is basically what it's the problem with that. And I also love how the way that ammosexuals talk. Dirtbag. Sue, let me ask you a question. You feel lucky, punk. Good.
They have failed for decades.
Well, it was a gun-free zone because it was a bar, and when people drink, the state of Florida probably doesn't think it's a very good idea to arm patrons.
Control
but that's
the
why.
amount of booze you sell them, but don't make
In a
them
bar?
sitting ducks. In a bar, yes. Oh, it might hurt
That's why you
business.
go to a bar.
Do you think a mass murder hurts business? That's what gun-free zones do.
There you have it. So what they should do is not serve liquor at the bar so that everybody's sober enough to shoot the mass murderer who's coming in. It's interesting. I wonder what this guy's idea of economics is, right? Because shouldn't the market take care of that? Well, wouldn't people go to the bar where they inhibit how much alcohol you can drink so you can carry your gun? So that you're ready for the mass murderer?
Come to Patty's. We serve very, very weak drinks, so you're ready to get into a shootout. That's the place I want to go.
But also, isn't the whole, isn't that I got to think that alcohol and guns is like sort of one of the bigger features, right? Because you're going to get drunk, and then you want to be able to show how manly you are, so you whip out your gun.
It's pretty awesome that it goes from first an incredibly shaky and really inaccurate misreading of the Second Amendment on militias and right to bear arms and all the rest. And now we're going into, no, we should literally almost, that's like beyond Bloomberg level regulation of personal behavior. Right. So you can have a gun, which is really, in fact, your personal obligation. Maybe we should have a universal gun system.
It would put me in a really good mood if I went up for maybe a third round of drinks or something. They're like, that's enough. You have to be a bit more solid in case there's a mass shooting tonight.
You have to get ready to pop off, all right? This isn't a Nixon
I think I might
party.
go to the bar that is not waiting for the mass murderer to come tonight.
There's zero evidence that someone with a good guy with a gun can stop a mass shooting, and there is just mountains and mountains and mountains of evidence that you should not mix firearms and alcohol. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Well, Kelly, wait a second. That's a bit of a straw man. So, because what they could do is not, they're only serving soda pop, and everyone basically should be there with their weapons, locked and loaded, just maybe behind a barricade. So anytime somebody comes through the door, everybody's just aiming at that guy. Because, yeah, a good guy with a gun wouldn't stop a bad guy with a gun. But 200 people with guns, ready, cocked.
And like after
seems
one
like someone's
beer,
gonna get shot
after
no
like
matter
one
what
or two
in that
beers
scenario.
is perfect because you're kind of relaxed enough to
Right.
do what you need to do.
Just
but
squeeze.
Not like you're just
Don't jerk. Just squeeze
Yeah.
slowly. Yeah.
Like anything else, you do it better when you're a little bit
Oh,
relaxed.
definitely.
Yeah.
Hello, you. I'm Sam Seder. Looking for smart progressive talk that is occasionally amusing? Well, subscribe to our YouTube feed. Subscribe to our podcast. Like us on Facebook. And just generally enjoy us.